Once again in just a bit to talk about propels them onto that Sunday night game. Tim Legler, great to have you with us. Always easier to do it face to face, isn't it? And
absolutely.
We wondered, I think, after that sluggish start, are we going to see the human nature kick in that we talked about? Man, we've been in this bubble a long time. We're down 3-1. It's going to be hard to come back. They played in the third quarter Celtics basketball, like Brad Stevens talks about. What'd they do different?
You heard a lot about the third. I'll focus on the third because in the first half, it was looking a little bubbly. Yeah. You and I talked about it, like maybe it's time. We've been here forever. Maybe it's time to go home.
Maybe.
And give them all the credit in the world because they fought for this. And I'm going to show you a couple things they did. Defensively, this is as good as it gets. First of all, right off the bat, Marcus Smart's communicating, so this switch is going to take place. It's on point. It's early. You're not backing late, giving up a three-pointer. So the first thing, communicate the switches. I love this part right here. Bam's coming to set this screen. They do not want to give up guys over the top of ball screens. Look at the fight by Kemba Walker. He jumps to cut him off, knowing you're going to force this way, and you've got to rely on Tice to be there to help you out. So they do it not once, gives it up, get it back, twice. Kemba Walker again. Perfect positioning. A lot of guys wouldn't do it the second time. Multiple effort. That's what it's all about. Now Tice has to be out here on the closeout. He's going to drive it. At this point, you say, okay, he's yours. Now it's a switch. Stay with him. Watch Jayson Tatum. I love this because so many guys would just come rotate unnecessarily and give up this corner three. There's no need. Daniel Tice has him under control. So Tatum stunts, but he's going to recover to the three-point shooter. So nothing is given up right there. Tice stays with him the whole time. Pick up his dribble. Great closeout right here. Great job right here by Tice. Takes away the three. Goran Dragic wanted it. Kicks it, and then the last part of this, look at the effort by Marcus Smart in the closeout.
You could already see him coming.
They weren't doing this in the first half in terms of multiple efforts and 5 guys on the string. The reason I let this play out, there's a foul, they take it out the side. I want to show why it's so important to play defense like that, because when you cash in, it matters. Tice, we've been screaming about this, Scott. How much have I been talking about getting somebody to the middle of the floor the entire time against the zone? And not only be there, but when you get it, take a look. Be a threat. There's nobody there. If Bam comes up, you drop it off for a layup. He doesn't. Short little 12-footer. Tice played sensationally in this game. And then I want to show you what they did offensively. Great movement. There's so much going on in this possession. You get a cutter here off the bat. Tice is going to pop out. We're going to get a ball reversal, and then you're going to get 2 guys right here, scissor off the top. Smart and Brown scissor. It's all action designed to make this kind of thing happen. Crowder gets caught right here going over the top. Now, Jaylen Brown is going to get a cut here in a second, and the reason it works is because immediately Tice goes to set this pick. He's got to get Bam to commit. You've got guys tied in here in the shooter, so because Bam came up immediately on the screen roll, there's no ability to get back and guard Jaylen Brown on this basket cut, a perfect lead pass. Ton of movement, motion, everything with a purpose. I didn't think at the end of the first quarter they had it in them tonight, Scott. I just didn't. It looked like they had hit some sort of a wall. You saw what their offense looked like. Something happened at halftime. They relied on pride. They dug deep. They don't want to go home yet. They want to compete for a championship, and they fought for it in the second half, and they were sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's interesting. As I mentioned, we're going to talk to Kemba, and I'm going to ask him specifically about what you just illustrated, how much defense. Look, 41 is a giant number on the scoreboard for 12 minutes, but how much did the defense play in that? You show us there how it helped them a lot. Tatum, I think we all know, has taken a step forward into true superstar status in this league. What did he do in the third?
He understood, I think, the importance and the designation, what a star means. Right? He had to get something going for his team in the third quarter. He was looking for his J, but he controlled the game at the foul line and in the mid-range area of the floor. Super aggressive, delivered at a time when they were reeling coming out of that locker room. You don't know what's going to happen here. Thought they got 6 minutes. I'm going to see is this going to be a game or not? Miami could easily go up 18 and it's lights out. Tatum was the guy that took over the game in the third quarter, particularly during a stretch when they went from down 6 to up 6. That was all Jayson Tatum. Early threes, early aggressive one-on-one pull-up mid-range game, getting to the line 6 times in a 3-minute stretch. He took over the quarter offensively, got a lot of help from Jaylen Brown to close the quarter. But I thought Jayson Tatum put that team on his back at a time when their season was virtually on the brink. And that's what star players have to do. Talk about it all the time. It's one thing to be inconsistent with it, to do it every night. That's when you live up to being what a true superstar is. And at least, right now, Jayson Tatum has them in a position where they still have an opportunity to continue to play basketball.
I am not going to make the mistake of asking you about playing the Lakers, because Denver has shown us that if you presume that they're finished at 3-1, that's a mistake. If underscore if the Lakers do make it to the Western Conference Finals. Of these two, which do you think constitutes the most compelling and difficult challenge for the Laker team as they're built?
It's funny because I'm going to give you two answers. Talent-wise, it's Boston. Boston has the talent to match up with the Lakers' talent. Consistency of play, it's Miami. I feel like you're more certain about what you're going to get out of the Miami Heat, and I think they're a team that can take advantage of some of the things the Lakers do in terms of they overcommit athletically at times. They get up into you too much. I think that plays into the Heat. The Lakers get into this bravado mentality sometimes defensively that I think the Heat could use it against them because they're so smart. They make every great decision, every great pass. So many playmakers on that team. But in terms of raw talent, you can't match. Miami cannot match what Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown bring to the table.
But just again, I want to make sure people listen because people don't always hear. They don't always hear. I'm just saying if. And as we know, we don't have anybody in the finals yet. We got a series now getting a little bit closer to being a 7-gamer perhaps as Boston earns that opportunity with a great second half. Tim, always appreciate your time.
Thanks, Scott.
Yes, indeed. All right, a chance to try to close it out. The Heat did lead by 12 early, and as Tim and I were just discussing, we wondered, and Boston answered emphatically, no, we're not trying to go home just yet. It is the 18th time this season that the Heat have had a lead of double digits get away from them. That's more than any other team in the NBA, but again, they're a win away from the finals, so most of it's worked out. Coach Spo, afterwards, on what went wrong Friday night.
Look, we're not getting caught up into all the narratives. Boston played great in that second half. They deserved and earned what they got. We understand how tough it is to win in the playoffs. We did not compete hard enough defensively. And, you know, we paid the price for that. But you do have to credit Boston. They played with great force, particularly off the dribble. Over 50 points, I believe, in the paint in the second half. Actually, after the first quarter, I think they only had 6 points in the paint. And it was just a deluge to the rim after that.
Again, they shot the ball incredibly poorly from three. We showed you the Duncan Robinson threes, and I mean, other than the first half that he had, they were under 20%, I beg your pardon, from three. Not likely to shoot that poorly again. Boston, though, lives to fight another day. They will Sunday night here on ESPN. When we continue on sports.
NBA postseason history have averaged 25-5 in a best-of-7 series. That's Larry Bird and Magic
Now you
Johnson.
see why that was my answer, Pete. That both happened in 1980.
There you go. Welcome back to NBA Countdown. Maria Taylor, we got Jalen Rose.
Wait. Hold on. I got somewhere to be real quick. Hold on. Chill out.
Here we go again.
Here I go.
Here we go again.
No. Hold on. We're not doing that.
Come on. It don't work.
It ain't working.
Work this studio.
Hit that remote.
Because the last time you left, you went on vacation.
Tony,
Right. You're literally fired, Uncle P. No one cares. So what we're going to do is get it to Chauncey Billups, who has the interview with Tyler Hero virtually on the 8:44 today. How about that?
Hey, Chomps.
And
You know what gives me hope is somebody that's almost 50 years old.
What?
Not only the way Tyler Hero's performing on the floor, but to see a 20-year-old with Black Lives Matter on his jersey.
Listen.
Which lets me know that progress is happening in our country, and I want everybody to stay encouraged.
he's not afraid to stand up. He's not afraid to play the way he's been playing. A lot of confidence, Jay Will. My question for you is, what have you noticed about him throughout the
Yeah,
series?
let's go over to the board and let's talk about it.
Make us smarter, Professor.
Let's talk about number 14, and let's
a
talk
good
about the
name for
fact
him,
that
Mario.
at 20
Professor.
years old, he's averaging 20.5 points per game. And look, this is called I'm a Bucket mixtape. Okay, that's his name. We're no longer calling him Tyler Hero. It's called I'm a Bucket mixtape. Let's run it back and let's have some appreciation for how good this 20-year-old is in his decision making. So right now, decision time. The CPU is processing what's happening on the court. He sees Tice, he sees Marcus Smart coming over from the weak side. Jimmy Butler's gonna flare. Now watch this pass with the left hand. With the left hand fading out of bounds. Jimmy Butler doesn't make the shot, but still the pass was something beautiful to watch. Next play, once again, decision time. Probing the court, recognizing everything that's happening. Seeing Jimmy Butler lagging in transition, surveying. Look how he stops, understands spacing, high basketball IQ, little pump fake, makes the pass right by his right shoulder. Bam, and one for Jimmy Butler. Decision time, his iOS system is always updating. Look how he shakes Jaylen Brown a little bit, gets him off his handle, sees Bam coming up from the weak side for a screen. Watch Jaylen Brown fumble a little bit, footwork's P. Watch, come back here. Now coming to the screen, sets him up. That's what you're talking about, Paul. Robert Williams playing all the way off. I'm a bucket. That's what he does. You can't help too late. He can't recover. Once again, off the screen again. Watch this, Paul. You're going to love this. J. Rose, this is called the footwork. Surveying the court. Once again, seeing everybody. Brad Wanamaker, where are you? Gordon Hayward, where are you? Jayson Tatum, where are you? Now he's coming. Over the top, rips it over the top. Now look at this. Jumps off the right foot. Right hand floater. Sees Robert Williams coming from the weak side. Thinks Robert Williams is going to try to block the shot. Watch this drop right over him. Drop it over him, I'm a bucket. Drop it over him. Like that. Over you with the right foot. I love watching this kid play. Give me another play. Give me more. I want more. I'm a bucket. Once again, in transition. Probing, once again, the iOS system, always updating, always recalibrating, seeing Jayson Tatum, seeing the fact that Tice is not all the way back protecting the paint, right? That's what bigs are supposed to do, but not with three-point shooters. Hits him with a little bit of a hezzy, gets by him. Now, this is great. You can't see it from this angle. That's a little left hand, right hand lay. But let's flip it around. Yeah, show me this angle. This is what I want to see. Hezzy comes in, left hand, Tice. You think you're going to get it? Oh, Jayson Tatum, you gonna block that off the glass? Nah, I'm gonna switch it. Kimba, keep watching, Kimba. Be an observer. Keep watching me as I switch this thing over, lay it in. The last play, give me the last play. I mean, this one's brilliant. Jimmy Butler just surveying the court. Goran Dragic coming up to the top. I'm a bucket, sees the lane. Jayson Tatum not paying attention to I'm a bucket. He hits that gap. High basketball IQ, moving without the ball. And here's the beautiful thing about this shot that you guys are about to see. My man, when you're going for a left-hand layup, J. Rose, what foot do you shoot the left-hand layup off?
Right.
Right, nah, he's about to shoot it off the left. He sees Jaylen Brown coming, left foot, left leg. Now here's the beautiful thing about this, right? As a big, when big C guards come in, they time their steps for the guard. So when you go right, left, the big goes off. But when you just go left, all of a sudden, left-hand layup, his game is so different, man. He throws you off because his rhythm is different. And as Paul, as you said, he does have a little bit of that white chocolate swag.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something though. He can shoot. He got a nice IQ. He got an array of moves. But I can't call nobody a bucket if you ain't averaging at least 20.
He's averaging 20 in the series.
21.
For the course of an NBA
21,
season,
7, and 5.
I hear you.
You average 11, I can't give you I'm a bucket.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's a lot of guys in the NBA averaging 11. I can't give you I'm a bucket because you get a couple buckets on the big stage.
I'm rolling with the truth, but